Okay, one of the best ways to engage with journalists is to actually throw a media event. So maybe you're launching a new product, maybe you're opening a new restaurant or a new hotel, or maybe you just need to throw a media event because you want to get a bunch of media within your four walls and tell them your story. There's always a good time and a good excuse to throw a media event. So how do you do it? Well, first and foremost, you need to curate your list again. So are you throwing your media event in your city? Is it geared towards local media, national media? Do you need to go to New York and throw a media event in New York where most of the media on a national scale are based? Whatever the answer might be is fine, and it varies from business to business. But create your list and realize that about half of your list is probably not going to come. So create a big list. It's okay to invite multiple people from the same outlet, but make sure that they're the right people from each outlet. So if you're gonna open a new restaurant and you wanna invite 3 food writers from the same outlet, that's absolutely fine. You can invite those 3 food writers, you can invite 5 bloggers, whoever it might be, but make sure you carefully create a list and don't leave anyone off of it. The key to having a media event that's timely is make sure that it's actually timely. So if you're getting ready to open a new restaurant or a new hotel, again, the media wanna know what's new. So they don't necessarily want to come to your new hotel or your new restaurant when it's 6 months old. They want the preview. They want to see it first. They want to put it out before anyone else in the general public has had a chance to see it. And this is really hard because oftentimes with new restaurants and new hotels, you're down to the wire. You're waiting for your last minute permits. You're waiting for all those final paperwork pieces to come through, and you want to get those doors open as soon as you can. And so it's kind of a moving target with a date. But we've had hard hat events in the past that have been quite successful. So you pick a date. You've got to pick a date because you've got to get on the media's calendar, and you hope for the best. You hope that construction's moving along and that things are in place and that everything's going according to plan. But if it's not, you have them throw out a hard hat, and you host a hard hat event, and it's just kind of a quirky way to say, we're not ready yet. We're not completely there yet, but we're getting there, but we wanted you to still be the first to see what's coming. At a media event, you want to put the spokesperson in the spotlight. This is a great opportunity for media to get to know your key person or people. So who is that? Is it a sommelier? Is it the general manager? Is it the chef? Is it the CEO? Whoever your key personalities are, introduce them and give them their spotlight moment. Give them a chance to talk about whatever it is the messaging might want to be for that day. Make sure it doesn't go on for too long. Nobody enjoys when the talks go on and on and on. Short and sweet and to the point, but not too short. There's a good slippery slope to fall into there where short and sweet can sometimes be a little too short. You want to make sure there's a point to what they're saying, but that it's wrapped up in a nice little bow and out the door quickly. And on that note, wrapping up something in a nice little bow is always great too. Leave a takeaway for the media. Give them some sort of a gift that they'll bring back to their office and put on their desk. Maybe it's a snack, maybe it's food, maybe it's whatever it is. Something that represents your business, something that they can take home with them. Media love gifts. And within that, you can give them a flash drive that has all of your information in it. It's got your digital media kit. It's got your photos. It's got your footage and your B-roll and your images. It's got all the information that they're going to need to tell your story to the world. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to send out invitations to your journalists. And then what are you going to do? You're not going to sit and hope that they got them. You've got to follow up again. And this is going to take multiple times of follow-up. This is not going to be one follow-up, especially if you decide that you want to do an event in New York. You're going to have to follow up time and time and time again to get those RSVPs, literally until the day before the event. And then once you have those RSVPs confirmed, you need to go ahead and send a confirmation the day of your event and say, we can't wait to see you. And I'll burst your bubble and tell you somebody's going to cancel the day of, and that's okay. That is absolutely okay. Don't let it get you down. It's not a big deal. Move on. You can follow up with them later. But you've got your list. You're ready to go. You've got all your people in place. You've got your amazing gift. And now you can actually bring them inside your four walls, because everything that we're doing is wonderful, but there's nothing better than the personal experience of actually being in a place and actually getting to feel the ambiance and feel the energy and touch the product and eat the food and whatever it may be. So anytime that you can actually host a media event and have them come to you to experience it is a home run. Keep in mind that you're going to need to have those different angles ready to go. So having a media event is sort of a obvious way of saying, hey, all 20 journalists that are sitting in the room, we want you all to tell our story, which is great. but they then need 20 different ways to tell the story. Once you know who's coming to your media event, in the back of your mind, you want to have a different angle ready to pitch to each one of them, so that when you have a chance to nibble their ear for a little bit during the event, you can say, oh, by the way, I want to introduce you to so-and-so to tell you about this. Or, oh, I was thinking we'd give you these 3 recipes and you could cover it this way. That way there you have different angles to present to them so they're not all doing the same story. Journalists love when you come prepared with a different angle so that they feel special. Okay, so your assignment today is quite simple. I want you to think about planning a media event. Who's coming and why are you planning it?